Tattoos date back to 6000 BC, originally used to mark mummies and denote aristocrats. And up until the last couple of decades, tats were often associated with motorcycle clubs, criminals, and the military. Simple to elaborate, sleeves, poems, and pictures of heroes to the ever-popular tramp stamp. It's clear that America's love of tattoos has gone from back alleys to the mainstream, with businessmen to soccer moms all sporting a little ink. With over a dozen reality shows on the subject, tattoos and tattooing are all the rage. In fact, according to the Pew Institute, over 45 million of us have tats, making it a $2 billion industry. Yes, even yours truly has sat in that chair. So what's the motivation behind someone getting a permanent change?
It's part of you. So, and that's, I think, the biggest appeal probably to a lot of people.
All my tattoos been a turning point in my life or a significant event in my life. My son, my daughter, parts when I was in the military.
It's an expression. It's just a lot of fun. I just really like them. I always have since I was a kid.
After being outlawed in South Carolina for many years, in 2006, tattooing once again became legal, and shops began popping up all over the state. And although regulated by DHEC, sterilization is something you want to look out for as well.
I use a cling wrap kind of as a partial barrier in case there's any spills, and then everything gets wrapped up. So when we are working, there's less chance of contaminating anything. And that's it. It's kind of set up.
You also want to make sure that the needles and the assemblies all come sterile, shipped straight from the manufacturer. Oh, and of course, the rubber gloves. And according to Spider, there are some more considerations before you pick out your artist.
Proper tools, knowledge, just anyone grabbing a machine and picking it up and going at it. And you see what a 4-year-old can do with a crayon. I see 40-year-olds doing it with tattoo machines.
Well, it turns out that tattoos aren't quite the taboo that they used to be. My uncle used to say to me, don't ever get a tattoo you can't cover up in court. I'm not really sure what that means, but the bottom line is you want to make sure you put some thought and time into a message on your body that's going to be with you forever. As for me, still sleeveless. Tyler Ryan, watch Fox News. Tattoos have become mainstream, with 45 million of us from Wall Street to minivans all sporting a little ink. They've spawned a stack of reality shows, and they're big business, with nearly $2 billion spent every year putting tattoos into our bodies. For many, their tattoo represents a time in their life, a family member, or symbol near and dear to their heart, a decision they would never change. But for a growing number of people, forever comes with a little regret.
Because I just went and picked something off the wall that I thought was cool, and it really wasn't.
In fact, upwards of 17% of people with tattoos have spent some time wishing they had a do-over. Some regret it because it creates a professional issue. Others say their feelings have changed about the meaning of the tattoo. But for Gabby Wilson, it came down to grammatics.
Didn't notice it till I got home, but it's spelt wrong. It's supposed to be life is a beautiful struggle, but it's life is a beautiful struggle.
For Gabby, however, it isn't just the spelling fail that she has on her list of regrets.
I have one on my back that's supposed to be a butterfly, but looks like a bat. My Palmetto moon on my arm is on the wrong side. The moon is on the wrong side.
Tattoo regret often comes from a quick decision, in the heat of the moment. I mean, after all, there are so many choices. Scott Spider Como from Animated Canvas says it's not a decision to take lightly.
Thinking about whether or not he wants to work for Burger King or a Fortune 500 company, and the big naked woman down his forearm, well, that one tends to keep you out of the big job market,
Well, even I live with a little tat regret. Not the ink itself, of course, but the artist who did it. And if you find yourself rethinking your ink, there are certainly some options.
I've probably covered 500 names that I've done personally over the years.
Heading back to the tattoo chair can often be a way to rewrite history. Tats can be refaced or redrawn, sharpened up, changed, or simply covered up altogether. Spider also offers this food for thought.
No boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, or wives. They come and go. Tattoos are forever.
Tattoo removal isn't new, but technology continues to improve ways to erase our past.
This is the PicoSure. It's made by Cynosure. Tattoo removal works off of a person's body. The laser is shattering the ink into tiny particles, and your body is absorbing it. So it's through your immune system or your lymphatic system that it absorbs and rids the ink.
Over the course of several treatments, a tattoo that seemed like a good idea at the time can become not much more than a small blemish and a memory.
I'm a teacher, and so just having something like this just looks unprofessional, and then it's hard to hide too, so I just wanted the freedom to be able to not have to worry about it every morning.
So before you make that forever decision, make sure you do your homework on the artist and think about it. Do you really want that tattoo at 90? If so, enjoy it. After all, a great tattoo can be a beautiful thing. Just ask Gabby Wilson. Tyler Ryan, Watch Fox News.